China's always tried to extend its presence in the Pacific waters. The country's commissioned a new supercarrier to further its fleet that they're hoping to fight against the US Navy's new Gerald Ford Supercarrier. Supercarriers are massive warships that serve as a seagoing air base. They're equipped with a full-length flight deck and also have facilities to carry, arm, deploy, and recover aircraft. Normally, aircraft carriers are the capital ships of a fleet. That's because they allow a naval force to carry out air-to-air combat missions without depending on local bases. Supercarriers have been evolving over time, from wooden vessels that used to deploy balloons to nuclear-powered warships that have the capability to carry numerous fighter jets, strike aircraft, helicopters. You get the idea. However, while heavier aircraft such as fixed-wing bombers and gunships have been launched from the aircraft, these aircraft have not landed on a carrier. For its tactical power, mobility, autonomy, and other variety of combat-ready features, the aircraft carrier is often known as the centerpiece of modern combat fleets. One of its great advantages is that by sailing in international waters, it doesn't interfere with any territory supremacy and thus obviates the need for overflight authorizations from third-party countries, which reduces transit time and distances of the aircraft, and thus significantly increases the time of availability in a combat zone. But how can the Fujian be compared to the US Navy's newest addition to its fleet? Is it equipped with enough technological capability to compete with the modern aircraft carrier fleets, and how will it be used against the US in battle? In this episode, we'll give you the answers you're looking for. So without further ado, let's take a look into the newly commissioned Chinese Supercarrier. From what we know, much of the new Fujian is designed primarily for reconnaissance images and analysis of intel. The Type 003 Fujian Supercarrier of the Chinese has a 316-meter-long flight deck and a beam of approximately 75 meters on the flight deck. It can produce up to 220,000 horsepower at its 4 shafts by the 8 boiler steam turbines powering it. This class of ship is expected to make use of electromagnetic catapults, which is an improvement from the ski jump configuration that its predecessors had. The Fujian will have the capacity to have a displacement of about 80,000 tons with a full load. However, recent intelligence also suggested that the real displacement load capacity of the Fujian might be around 100,000 tons. The ship will have its own crew of about 2,000 sailors and 60 flagstaff officers. The reliability and endurance of the Fujian have yet to be fully known, though the Type 002 carrier named Shandong can go up to maximum speeds of 31 knots and has a range of approximately 30,000 miles at 14 knots. It's assumed that the Type 3 carrier's performance will be similar to its predecessor. The construction of the Fujian began in the 2010s and was paused for a while as the electromagnetic catapult system entered its development stages. However, the construction of the Fujian was resumed in the late 2010s, though the exact date is currently unknown. The ship's modules entered into the dry dock in the middle of 2020, and reports suggested that the vessel could be launched by mid-2022. These reports turned out to be true, as it was launched on the 17th of June in 2022 with the hull number 18. The Electromagnetic Catapult Aircraft Launch System, or EMALS, utilized a linear induction motor, different from the steam piston catapult systems in other carriers. This factor represents the evolved technology of the Chinese, as they've skipped the development of conventional steam-driven catapults once and for all. This new linear induction motor system has various advantages over traditional steam piston systems, the largest of them being reduced pressure on the airframe due to more uniform acceleration, as well as being comparatively lightweight, easier to maintain, and quicker to reset. The new catapult system is expected to allow an easier launch of larger and heavier aircraft. The aircraft carrier will also utilize a modified J-15 fighter as its main fighter until a dedicated 5th-generation fighter is developed for carrying out operations. In 2021, intelligence analysts concluded that the People's Liberation Army had revealed the J-15B variant that is equipped with the Catabar, or Catapult-Assisted Takeoff but Arrested Recovery. This new variant also consisted of an upgraded avionics suite, improved newer engines, and the capability of launching upgraded modern missiles. The fighter airwing is expected to be included with 55 modified J-15 fighters. The J-15 has the ability to carry a crew of 1 or 2, depending on the variant and the mission type. It measures about 22.8 meters in length with a wingspan of 15 meters, a gross weight of 27,000 kilograms, and a max takeoff weight of around 32,000 kilograms. Its maximum speed is reportedly Mach 2.4 with a range of 2,200 miles. The aircraft also uses 2 WS-10B turbofan engines, which are equipped with afterburners. Each engine can produce around 30,000 pounds of thrust after utilizing the afterburners. The J-15 is capable of carrying a wide array of ordnance. This included one GSH TAC-30 TAC-1 30mm cannon with 150 rounds, a PL-15 long-range air-to-air missile, a PL-12 medium-range air-to-air missile, PL-10 short-range air-to-air missiles, KD-88 standoff land attack missiles, YJ-83K anti-ship missiles, YJ-91 anti-radiation missiles, plus rockets and assorted bombs. That's definitely some artillery configuration. The aircraft is also capable of utilizing the UPAS-1A buddy refueling pod. The air wing is also expected to employ prop-powered aircraft for transportation purposes in KJ-600 EAW&C, or Airborne Early Warning and Control System. The KJ-600 was specially designed and developed to take advantage of the upgraded catapult system built on the Fujian. Now, this is going to lessen the carrier's reliance on helicopters for these operations and anti-submarine operations as well. This aircraft fills the role of the American E-2 Hawkeye as its counterpart. The new aircraft took its maiden flight in August of 2020, and its flight testing continued till 2021. The KJ-600 is a high-wing turboprop aircraft that comes with a large overhead radome fitted on top of it. This radome is assumed to house an ASA-type radar system in a 3-way configuration. It's also 59 feet long and has a wingspan of 82 feet and can carry a crew of 3 to 5 men. The tailplane of the aircraft is a quad-fin configuration to increase stability while flying. The aircraft is powered by 2 Zhuzhou Wojang 6C turboprop engines. Each engine produced about 5,103 horsepower. The engine spins 6-blade constant-speed feathering props that are capable of pitching to reverse thrust. The aircraft has an empty weight of 25,401 kilograms and a max gross weight of approximately 30,500 kilograms. It's got a ferry range of 1,700 miles and a stated range of around 780 miles. The KJ-600 has a max speed of over 690 kilometers per hour or 431 miles per hour and a service ceiling of 50,000 feet. There's also a possibility that the air wing will come equipped with unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs and helicopters as well. It's also suspected that the air wing will have approximately 1,000 airmen. The aircraft will come with various defensive mechanisms like 3 30mm close-in weapon systems, or CIWS. These weapons are to be installed with ASA radar and can intercept anti-ship missiles traveling up to speeds of Mach 4 or over with 96% accuracy. It's believed that the carrier will also have short-range air defense missiles and anti-submarine rocket capabilities. Although the Fujian's been launched, it's not to be used in combat operations until 2024 or 2025. The Fujian's also considered to be the most capable aircraft carrier, which is not deployed by the US, representing a giant technological leap in China's Navy. However, the real question is, will it be enough to confront the United States face to face? To answer that, one important factor is to be considered. How is the carrier going to be utilized? China doesn't have much experience in aircraft operation, whereas the United States has the benefit of more than 100 years of experience. Launching and recovering aircraft in different and harsh weather conditions is something that takes a lot of practice, planning, and solid operating procedures to be good at. Many reports indicate that Chinese aircraft currently still utilize land-based airfields because of these shortcomings. They also have a lack of experience in anti-ship missile detection and anti-submarine warfare engagements. Due to this reason, the carriers are likely to be used in regional water operations, but still lack technology, experience, and sustained combat operations in distant waters that are away from mainland resources. This limits its use as a blue water Navy ship in the modern battlefield arena. The Gerald R. Ford class supercarriers are the latest classes of carriers developed by the United States. They're also set to replace the current fleet carriers one by one. It was reported that 10 carriers are going to be built and launched over the upgrade process. It's expected that all the 10 carriers will be ready with combat capabilities by 2040. The Gerald R. Ford class is a load displacement of 100,000 tons and has a complement of 508 officers and 3,789 enlisted men. First carrier in the class, USS Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, was delivered to the U.S. Navy in May of 2017. It was officially deployed for duty in July 2017 and achieved initial operation capability in December of 2021. The carrier features a 337-meter flight deck with a 78-meter beam, just slightly larger than the Fujian, and is equipped with an electromagnetic aircraft launch system and advanced arresting gear. The carrier can store more than 75 aircraft and house more than 4,500 crew members, which include personnel, the ship's company, the airwing, and other support staff. The Gerald R. Ford class carrier is powered by two A-1B nuclear reactors. These nuclear reactors provide the aircraft carrier with an unlimited range. The ship utilizes 4 electromagnetic catapults and an advanced system of arresting gear. The aircraft employed on CVN-78 consist of 4 Super Hornet squadrons, an E-2 Hawkeye squadron, an EA-18 Growler squadron, C-2A Greyhound squadron, and 2 MH-60 helicopter squadrons. Currently, there are no 5th-generation F-35 Lightning II fighters attached to the airwing, but it's expected to be added in the near future. The F-18 Super Hornet is a supersonic twin-engine multi-role fighter and is considered as 4th generation, putting it in the same class as the J-15B. The F-18 Super Hornet can accommodate 1 to 2 crew members depending on the variant and the mission type. It has a length of 18.31 meters and a wingspan of 1.62 meters. Its empty weight is about 32,000 pounds, and its max takeoff weight is 66,000 pounds. The aircraft has the capability to reach insane speeds of up to Mach 1.6, which is allowed due to the 2 General Electric F414 TAC 400 afterburning turbofans powering it. Each of these engines produces up to 22,000 pounds of thrust with afterburners lit. It's got a range of 1,458 miles and a combat range of about 511 miles. The artillery on this bad boy includes one 20mm M61A2 Vulcan cannon and around 400 rounds of ammunition. It also carries 4 AIM-7 Sparrow missiles, 4 AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles, and 12 AIM-260 Jotun missiles. It can further carry 6 AGM-65E or F Maverick air-to-ground missiles, 6 AGM-8 HARM missiles, 4 AGM-158 JASSM missiles, 4 AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapon or JSAW glide bombs, 4 AGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles, 4 AGM-158 CLR ASM missiles, laser-guided bombs, Mark 80 series bombs, CBU-78 Gator mine systems. You get the idea. Gotta say, that certainly outstrips everything the Chinese got going. The E-2 Hawkeye is the U.S. Navy's aircraft for all AWAC operations and also anti-submarine operations. The Hawkeye is a quad-tail high-wing turboprop-powered aircraft. Looking at its appearance, it's visible to see where the inspiration for the design of the KJ-600 came from. The Hawkeye is also equipped with a large radome above its wing. The aircraft was first introduced officially in October of 1960 and has gone through many improvements and modifications since to be suitable and meet the requirements of the battlefield. The E-2D has an aerial refueling capability. It measures 57 feet and 8.75 inches, and its wingspan is 80 feet and 7 inches. It's powered by 2 Rolls-Royce T59A427 turboprop engines, allowing it to have a 6-hour operational endurance time at sea. This also allows for sustained command and control operations to be carried out. The C-2 Greyhound is a transport variant of the same aircraft. This aircraft is responsible for all carrier onboard delivery or COD operations. CVN-78 hosts an advanced defensive system suite that's designed to protect the carriers from multiple kinds of attacks. These include 2 Mark 29 guided missile systems, 2 Mark 49 guided missile systems, 4 Mark 38 25mm machine gun systems, 5 Phalanx CIWS, and 4 M250 caliber machine guns. These systems are all tied to the ship's self-defense system. This system also can automate the fire control loops, which cut short the response time from identification of a threat to neutralizing the target. Having said that, many areas continue to hinder the effective use of the Fujian beyond the capabilities of the carrier itself. Airwing seems to lag behind the United States in terms of capability, versatility, and also effectiveness. For example, if you compare the Chinese J-15 to the F-18E, it's obvious to see that the United States clearly has an edge. However, this advantage extends to not only the aircraft's capability, but in terms of mission capabilities, defensive capabilities, and ordnance carrying capabilities as well. To tackle this, China's already working towards creating a truly capable carrier for their Navy. The next carrier in development is expected to be nuclear-powered, larger, and with a more capable air wing. So who do you think will win if China and the United States find themselves in a toe-to-toe confrontation? Let us know in the comments below. Now, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, then please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss another exciting video from us. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.